It's been 3 months since we filmed at the Garnett House, and we're still talking about what we saw that night. This place is notorious for poltergeist activity.
After I seen that, I was finished. I wanted to leave.
Can you give me a sign? Move something.
Does somebody come in the house?
I don't usually see things like that, and either does John. But I was the one who saw it first.
A guy in all black.
No.
Oh,
No,
listen,
no.
Listen, Sheri, listen.
In black, yeah, he was wearing black.
I just came from that door.
You weren't
Nobody
outside.
came. Nobody came into the house.
In the midst of all the chaos and panic, I suddenly remembered.
He said this would happen.
We didn't even think for a second that it was paranormal until I remembered what Justin said to us.
I went out and checked all around the sidewalks and everything. There was nobody in sight. The Grinner. Looked just like him.
Have we not even seen the worst of it yet?
No. Thank you for making that noise.
We couldn't miss out on the opportunity to talk to the spirit that shares the same last name as us, Sarah Potter.
This is Sarah.
Yeah.
Our last name is Potter as well.
Paige Potter.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah, I heard Paige Potter.
I can't believe that.
That was insane.
In the heart of Garnet, Kansas, shrouded in mystery and whispers, stands the Garnett House. Constructed in 1858 by D.W. Houston, this once hospitable hotel has morphed into a haunting monument of shadows and secrets. It opens its doors that fall, unknowingly welcoming a dark history that would haunt its halls for nearly 170 years. During the tumultuous era of Bleeding Kansas, it became a sanctuary for the desperate, harboring escaped slaves in its attic, offering them hope as they fled toward freedom. But the Garnett House was more than just a refuge. In the lawless 1870s, it transformed into a den for outlaws, where infamous figures like Jesse James were rumored to find shelter. This charming hotel hid more than just its guests. It concealed blood-soaked stories within its walls. From a photography studio, to a schoolhouse, to shelter for homeless children, and even a jail for criminals awaiting trial. The Garnett House has donned many faces. Rumors swirl that it once functioned as a brothel, and in the 1950s, it morphed into a doctor's office that to this day raises suspicion and theories about what really went on in there. Yet its most chilling transformation occurred in the summer of 1857, when widow Adelaine Duren and her 2 children moved in next door. In 1864, young Mary returned home to an unimaginable horror. A pool of blood staining the floor, the air thick with dread. The frantic search led to a gruesome discovery. Adelaine's body, mutilated and defiled, her skull crushed and her neck severed. Bloody handprints smeared the crime scene around her remains, a grotesque canvas to the brutality that had unfolded. John Warren, a worker for Houston living in the attic, confessed to the crime, his blood-stained clothes sealing his fate. He had slain Adelaine with an axe, and then returned to his room as if nothing had happened. The very next day, at 1 p.m., he was executed. His soul will forever be entwined with the dark legacy of the Garnett House. But the tale does not end there. In 1860, Sarah Potter married Leon Phillips, a respected man in the community. Just weeks later, he fell gravely ill, his life extinguished under suspicious circumstances. Arsenic poisoning was the cause, and all eyes turned to Sarah Potter. After being confined in the Garnett House for 3 months under watchful suspicion, Sarah vanished without a trace, only to resurface 2 years later, remarrying and attempting to escape her past. But the shadows of her actions followed her, leading to accusations that brought her back to the brink of justice. A mistrial saved her, but the truth remained buried, just like the chilling stories that linger within these haunted walls. The Garnett House stands today, a timeless witness to the darkness of human nature, where the past is never truly gone, and the spirits may still linger. Upon our arrival, we met with the owner, Justin Spurrier, and we got a quick tour from him. And during this tour, we encountered what seemed to be poltergeist activity. Rhonda's the only one on our team that will watch other people's videos before we go investigate a location, and she did inform us that this place is notorious for poltergeist activity and that it's live streamed 24/7. Now, could all this be due to the fact that the house is old and slanted, with items placed on ledges? Sure, absolutely. Houses shift, and things can fall over. I even went around and checked some of the items because I didn't want to believe it myself. And yeah, some things are placed closer to a ledge, but some things are also placed farther away, and they were still falling. Now, the footage that you just saw, that Justin caught himself on his security cameras, of the ball flying out of the closet, that shelf is tilted upward. There's no reason that ball should come out with such force like that. I would like to have a full explanation for you, but seeing it and experiencing it firsthand had me a little confused.
As soon as we started the tour, we heard a big thud from upstairs. When we went up to check, Justin had found that a doll had fallen out of the attic that wasn't there before.
As we all stood there focused on everything Justin was telling us, something happened that scared John to death.
The beach ball flew off the couch and I did not know what to think.
I specifically remember walking by, looking at that ball that was on the couch and thinking, that thing's never going to move, that's wedged right in the corner. And moments later, it flew off the couch.
We stood there in shock, and as Justin left us alone, we heard a thud from upstairs. Another ball had fallen, followed by a doll that fell right in front of Paige. Of course it happened all during setup, because as usual, things always happen when you don't have the cameras rolling.
Balls were fucking flying at me. Dolls were fucking falling. That place is fucking crazy.
After all that, I was not messing around. I went upstairs and I set up 5 cameras for the first session because I wanted to catch something falling. Justin told us about an entity in the house that he refers to as the Grinner. It's a tall, dark, shadowy figure with a grin that goes ear to ear. He has seen it himself, along with many others, and someone even painted a picture of it, and it seems to linger in the parlor.
So keep this in mind as we send Sheri in the house to do a solo session upstairs.
I just saw someone peek out of the goddamn attic. I'm gonna have a heart attack. It just put its head down out of the attic. Really? Yeah, I swear to God. Can your camera see the attic?
I can see the stairs, but if you're up there, can you throw that doll down like you did earlier?
That's where it peeked its head, right where that doll is.
It might be John Warren.
Can you make something move for us?
For Sheri when she comes up by herself and John.
No. We're ready for you.
Somebody make a noise for me? This is supposedly Christina or Christine. We're not sure yet. Maybe we can find out tonight. I'm gonna go upstairs where we've had a ball fall twice and a doll fall once. It's really creepy up here. Is there something up here that can move something? There's a ball there, it fell off. It flew off once already tonight. There's a ball in here that flew off once tonight. We had a doll fall off the curtain already. Set her on the ladder. Somebody move something? My name is Sheri Potter. I know there was a Sarah Potter that was here. Supposedly that doll's name is Sarah. We heard music, a couple notes earlier when we come in here. Can you maybe move the ball? I'm going to sit down for a few minutes. Wait and see if something... Can you make a noise to let me know you're here? We have cameras set up everywhere. I heard something, but I think it's outside. They're probably outside laughing at me. move something around for me, please? This doll supposedly falls down too. Maybe later. And there's a doll up in the attic that falls. Now it was down earlier when we come up. We put it back up, and this one fell down, and we put her on the ladder. John Warren used to stay up there. Can you give me a sign? Can you move something? I'd love to see it. Let me know you're here. Back into this room. Nothing's happening right now. You gotta hold on. It's a red skeleton from the 1800s. The Grinner seems to be in here, but I don't. Okay, well, nothing happened for me. Happened for me. Happened for me. Maybe we'll send somebody else in. Nothing happened. John. Paige.
Is someone in there?
Me.
Did somebody come in the house?
Don't say that.
I just seen a full figure walk right.
Don't say that, because I'm here by myself.
No, all four of us saw exactly what you told us we would see.
A guy in all black.
No.
Listen, Sheri, listen. It walked
I'm in
right
the
into
house
the
by my
front door and
fucking-
Pete said go. He just went to the house. I seen him. And
I watched him walk.
I just came from that door.
you were
Nobody came. Nobody came into the house.
Are you still filming?
Yeah, nobody came into the house.
Hold on. Come here.
Come here.
Come here. What the?
You can't see nothing out here.
Where's the flash? He said this would happen, okay? All four of us were sitting in the Jeep, waiting for you to finish, and we saw this. It looked like it was like 7 feet tall. Walk from here all the way to the front of the house, and it looked like he turned into the porch
Into the
into the
porch.
house. And then Dad, I was
It
like,
looked like he was walking with purpose.
yeah.
Yep. So
Like,
anyways,
I thought-
Paige said, Dad, go see. Mom's
I'm-
already went to the house. I went out and checked all around the sidewalks and everything. There was nobody in sight. Nobody.
We're not kidding, all four of
I'm
us.
not
Dude, I'm
kidding.
totally
Dad
for it.
jumped out of the vehicle and
Holy
ran to
fuck.
it.
I don't see things.
All four of us.
There's nobody around
I'm
here.
the first one who noticed it.
He told us it happens every single night. You'll watch a shadow walk from there right across.
And then
It
we
was a-
walked into the house, and Paige was like, Mom's in there, go, go, go.
Yeah,
So
and
we
I had to
run
run
down
around
the
the front to
and
make
there's
sure it was
nobody
going
there.
in the house. The next thing you know, I'm looking all over the side. There's not a person in
literally,
sight,
like,
and he
walking
went
like
directly right
this.
into the front
He
door.
walked like it looked like he was like.
No shit and
I
lie.
watched him turn towards the house into the porch.
It
Like
looked.
he was
It
walking
had
with
just looked like
purpose.
you had all black on.
Yeah, it was all
But
black.
tall.
But
yeah, it was a
tall.
man.
A man, like tall, really tall,
It was
like
the
that guy in the picture in the
Grinner.
The Grinner, looked just like him.
It's your turn.
That's true.
All four of us.
Okay,
saw
so
it.
nothing happened when I was upstairs, thank God.
Okay.
And I went in every room in the house.
Sorry.
And I went upstairs and walked in the room and around again, checked the balls. There was nothing. Dolls never fall, nothing. And I come back downstairs and I went into the room where the Grinner is. And I said, this is where we sometimes see the
Yeah,
Grinner.
we seen him all right.
He walked into the house with
He
you.
walked into the front door.
So I said, well, there's nothing here right now, so maybe somebody else can do this.
That was scary, because like I literally thought that was an intruder.
It looked like he walked with purpose.
Then it never went away. It walked all the way across the lawn.
Yeah. Okay. Let's re-record. Let's start a new recording on everything. I can't believe that.
That was insane.
So that probably seemed really chaotic to watch, so allow me to explain what the four of us saw while we were waiting in the car. We were just hanging out, waiting for Sheri to finish her alone session, and Rhonda points to someone walking in front of us. And we're just all watching like, oh, that's weird, why is he out so late walking by himself? And it was this tall person in like all black trench coat, and we're just watching, and then suddenly I watch him march up onto the lawn and into the front porch, what looks to be going into the front door. And I started freaking out. I was like, Mom's in there. He just went into the house. And then I told my dad, I was like, go, go, go. And then he runs out and checks. And we're all freaking out because we think someone's intruding.
I ran to the front of the house, but there was nobody there. The front door was locked. I checked around the corner, the sidewalks, there was nobody in sight.
Just as we got out of the Jeep, Sheri was on her way out of the house and was confused as to why we were all panicking. It really scared her because of how we were reacting. But the thing is, we all saw the same figure. I don't usually see things like that, and either does John, but I was the one who saw it first.
The crazy thing is, in the midst of all the chaos and panic, I suddenly remembered the very last thing that Justin told us. And he only told this to Sheri, Tara, and myself. Rhonda and John were elsewhere. He said that if we come out at night, we will 100% see a shadow person walk towards the house. And when I realized that that was possibly what we just saw, my blood turned cold because all of us saw it. It didn't go away. It was solid. It was there, and we watched it trek across the lawn the whole time until it went into the house. We thought it was an intruder, 100%. We didn't even think for a second that it was paranormal until I remembered what Justin said to us. And the weird part was, Rhonda saw it first. She didn't even know this information.
To be honest with you, I think it was the Grinner. It was really tall, all in black. I didn't know what to do. That house was just crazy. I was done with it after I seen that. I was finished. I wanted to leave.
And if you notice, as Sheri was coming out of the house and mentions the Grinner, you could hear a growly voice talking over her. Couldn't quite make out what it was saying, but there was definitely something there.
It's been 3 months since we filmed at the Garnett House, and we're still talking about what we saw that night and who it may have been. For all 4 of us to have a collective visual experience like that for the first time ever doing this, it was crazy. I see things all the time. Tara sees things all the time. Everyone else will randomly see things, but it's never been together. So it was mind-blowing.
So after all that, I was sent in alone to do a spirit box session with the skeleton, right by the front door where we all saw the figure walk into. I was terrified, thinking, oh great, why me? I just heard a woman's voice. Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me who is laying in the coffin? Do you know her name? Do you think that you could push something over upstairs? Where did this skeleton come from? Can you tell me why she's face down in the coffin? I kind of feel bad for her that she's face down. Who was it that walked across the yard and towards the front door? Are any of the owners here? Can you tell me the name of the doctors who had this house? I feel like there's something in that room. I keep looking there. We have a REM pod right here on the floor. Do you know how that works? If there's anyone here with me, do you think you could go over and touch it? I just had a weird thing where it almost looked like, I can't explain that, that was freaky. Yeah, I'm freaked out. It looked like the rib cage moved. Is there someone here that's affecting me, making me feel weird? I'm feeling really dizzy and sick. It's 9:20? Tell me about 9:20. Tell me something about this house. Who is here in this house still? Is it okay if we stay here for the night? What room should I sleep in? I'm not leaving till tomorrow. Who did I see out on the lawn? You know who that man was? You do? What was his name? In black, yeah, he was wearing black. Tell me about him. He was the doctor? A relative? I told you my name earlier. Do you remember what it is? Is there someone on the stairs right now? Help who? Protect who? I know what you just said. Can you tell me about him? He's evil? Why is he here?
Upon review, it seemed like whatever was in the Garnett House did not like the spirit that has attached itself to Aunt Rhonda. And if you've been following our journey, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
The only time that he, who's not to be named, was mentioned was when I was investigating alone. The spirits literally said that I needed protection and that they didn't like him. You can see a moment when I kind of zone out, and I swear that I saw the rib cage of the skeleton move, as if it was breathing. After that, I just felt really affected, and I'm not sure what it was. I've never felt anything like that before.
All night long, a bunch of us were feeling sick to our stomach, but it really amped up when we were in the room that the Grinner is said to be in.
Broke.
What's broke?
Stable.
Doctors.
Didn't he say there was a horse stable? Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
They're quiet. Problem.
Who's quiet?
You should leave.
Why?
Are you staying the night?
We are. Is that okay?
Why?
Because we want to see what this house is all about.
No, you're not.
I told you we were staying till
Breathe.
morning.
My name's Paige. And
You hear me.
we do. We've heard you all night. Throwing dolls and balls. Is that you?
Leave. You're greedy.
It's not very nice.
Who was the man that we all saw outside walk into the house? When Mom was in here alone.
Look up. There's someone.
Whereabouts?
You saw me.
Do you think it's talking about the picture?
Outside. They're collabing?
That's a picture of the Grinner.
She said yes.
I have chills right now.
Do you?
I'm here.
Where
If
are
you're
you?
here,
I feel like that energy, like when you feel like something's right next to you.
there's a REM pod behind Rhonda. I'm sure
Stop.
you've seen those 100 times. You go up to it, it makes some noise and it lights up and it confirms that you're here.
I don't love you.
Did you like having alone time with me?
They're Judas.
Why would you say that?
I count 9 people.
There's only 5 of us. Are you counting yourselves?
How many spirits are here in this house?
Motherfucker.
I feel sick.
I do too.
Like sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Go. Page. Always watching.
Who's always watching?
That man.
What's his name?
Go with him.
Go where?
Right there. He came.
Is he the man that was outside?
All over.
He's all over the
I
ground.
think so.
What do you know about him?
Go back there.
Okay, Paige.
Back.
I keep hearing Dave. Like the name Dave.
Does the name Dave mean anything?
Never.
Or Dave, David, I don't know.
Can you tell me your name?
Is your name David?
Dolls.
Who's the doll that's up here next to me?
No, I hate them.
Is that why you throw them down?
They're things.
You don't like things?
I hate them.
You hate the dolls?
Are they in your way?
Terrible. They're always here.
Do you like that people come in and investigate? Or does that
Maybe.
bother- Do you know the name of
Listen.
the person's skeleton that's in the other room?
They're powerful.
Who's powerful?
I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Your eyes look like they're watering.
Run.
I don't know if it's all the excitement we experienced or if it's this
You can't
room.
sleep here.
We have to sleep here. We don't have anywhere to go.
What's wrong with sleeping here?
No, you're not.
What are you gonna do if we sleep here?
You need to go. Be smart.
Are you trying to warn us or are you just trying to scare us?
Go back. Hate them. Walk. That was me.
That was you walking outside that all four of us saw. When you walked into the house.
Yes, that was me.
Why were you coming in here when Sheri was alone?
Haunted.
Are you on a loop? Are you in a routine? Walking from the one house to this one?
Go look.
Will you be out there again?
No.
So you're in the house.
Do you come at the same time every day?
Hate them.
You told us it was you, but you never really gave us a name.
You.
You want us to call you you?
I think his name's David.
They're such a waste.
It's like nagging name.
You're dead. Live long.
Tell me about
My
David.
vote?
Is your name David? Because it's repeating in my head.
I don't know, I just keep shutting on.
Can you tell me if your name is David?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. I want to know your name. I want to know who I'm speaking to.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
So go fuck yourself.
We
Did I guess your name? Did I guess your name correct? And that's why you're mad? You don't want to give it to me?
You're wrong.
I don't think I am.
If you don't tell us your name, we're gonna have to call you David.
It wants us. Ugh. She's sitting there at the end.
Who?
Belt buckle?
Spirit. Experiences. Juror.
I don't think so.
And amputate.
Amputate the doctors.
What did the doctors do here?
I'm Amber, I think.
Tell us about the doctors. Are the doctors here?
You're right.
Right about what?
That's right. Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening me?
Is your name David?
He's African?
Tell us about him. Are you talking?
I live here.
Are you talking about the man who lives in the attic?
Is his name John?
He killed people here?
Well, apparently so.
They hear me.
But not everyone believes that.
I can't talk. Make it stop.
I think there's two people.
Is something stopping you from talking, or someone?
I can't deny it.
I don't even know what to ask. I feel sick.
I'm not okay.
Can you tell us why?
Don't come here.
Why not? What's so bad about this house?
I can't explain.
Try your best to explain. I'm sure we can understand.
No, I can't. I'll die.
You can't tell us?
We definitely feel the energy. I feel like the energy's being sucked out of me.
I think it's this room.
It's not safe.
I feel sick.
Help me.
Can you tell us about this room that we're in?
Someone's crying.
It says enjoys afraid. Do you enjoy when people are afraid?
That makes sense if it's throwing things around. It probably loves everyone's reactions. Do you like scaring people? Is that why you throw things?
You don't even know.
Have we not even seen the worst of it yet?
No.
Great.
You'll be here a while.
Oh, man. Well, that's what we want.
Are you easing us in?
Hi, honey.
Hi. Who's this?
Welcome in.
What was this place used for?
Ladies,
Yes,
which one wants me?
we all want you.
Speak for yourself.
Let's sleep together.
Ew. I'm sorry, I'm taken.
I don't think that'll work. We're in two different realms here.
Well, you said that there was like a...
Can you tell
there was
Ew, it's getting really dirty. It's talking about sex over and over again.
there was
I'm not
pornography
repeating any of this.
Yeah.
in that room?
He found pornography in that room and then blow up dolls. Just turning it off. Didn't he say it was a good torture thing?
Ew.
Whatever was communicating with us through Tara was trying to tell us that it was the same entity that we saw outside just moments before.
Now this time, I'm the one that zones out, and it was because I kept hearing the name David or Dave in my head over and over and over again. It was so naggy. And after the S's session, we were trying to recall if we knew of a David. And we came to the conclusion that David's the guy that built the house. D.W. Houston. It stands for David. But I could not shake the feeling that this was a different David. I was convinced that there was two of them.
We had to stop the session because things started getting a little dirty and perverted, which kind of makes sense because it was rumored to one time be a brothel. Apparently, Justin found some pornography upstairs and some old blow-up dolls from the 70s. The answers lined up, but it just got to be too much.
Now, obviously, we couldn't miss out on the opportunity to talk to the spirit that shares the same last name as us, Sarah Potter. So we went upstairs into the room where there's a doll dedicated to her to conduct a portal session.
Our last name is Potter as well.
I'm John.
I'm Paige Potter.
I'm Tara.
I'm Sheri. I hear there was a Sarah Potter that lives here.
Behind it.
Behind something.
Behind what? Paige Potter.
Yeah,
Did it?
yeah, I heard
I think
Paige
so.
Potter.
Are you behind me?
Can you tell us about the murder that happened next door? Can you tell us what happened?
It said look behind. Look behind.
Look behind what?
Are you in this room? There's a little clown ball on the floor. You can move back and forth if you want.
Can you tell us who walks outside every night? Are they stuck on a loop?
Trying to think. That's okay, take your time.
He's very tall.
Kind of slender? Is that anyone you might know?
Justin said he's there every night.
Probably what happened.
Do you know who that might be?
We heard there was 2 doctors that had their office here. Are they still here?
Could you tell us the name of the doctors? Do you know?
He's sad.
Sad.
Who is sad?
Sort of sounded like Sarah. To me. Maybe. Can you,
Just said Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah.
The criminal.
Criminal.
we caught that on the
It said they're
chattergast.
criminals. Or it means the doctors. Could mean the doctors are criminals.
That's
Could
what I'm
be.
wondering.
I feel sick again.
Dude, that
Sick to my stomach.
I would love more than anything if you could, like, knock one of these dolls over in front of us.
Yeah, you were throwing stuff around earlier a lot. Before we were ready. Can you do it again? It was really impressive. It's not like anything we've ever seen before.
Insolent.
Excellent.
That would be medication.
From the doctors.
There's a lot of
Search.
Are we talking the doctors again?
Did the doctors perform surgeries?
Move your hand. Like you did. Okay. I thought it was Tara maybe moving her hand, casting a shadow back there, but it looks like 3 bars of like black just came out from behind the dresser.
Was that you?
It was weird. It was just like 3 streaks.
Did
Like
Paige
separate.
see you?
What about John Warren?
Pardon?
What about John Warren?
Does John Warren still stay here? Did he do what they accused him of?
Just said my name.
And said your name, yeah.
What do you think of people coming in here and investigating?
Aggressive one.
Aggressive one.
Who's aggressive?
I'm a person. Is the name David significant here?
More than one.
More than one?
Did I not say I think there's more than one
You
David?
did.
So who's the other David?
Black one.
Black one.
Well, this was like a place for slaves, no?
I'm thinking the Grinner,
Oh,
because we were
maybe.
trying to find out his name. I heard photo shoot. This used to be a photography studio.
Yes, it did.
It literally said photo shoot. Heard there was a lot of photos left behind. I left imprints in the floor.
Paige is a photographer.
I keep getting like waves of sickness. Like sick to my stomach. I wonder if it has to do anything with the doctors.
Maybe you're feeling what the
Because
patients
people
are feeling.
would people would come here because they're not feeling well, right?
Yeah,
I feel so off balance just sitting here.
it's
I
weird.
feel like I'm moving.
Yeah.
Should we do something else?
I thought I heard it's the God in me or something.
The portal session didn't last very long, but it did give us some significant answers that tied to the history of the place. It said, "Johnny, get out of here," and then it said the name Adelaine, who was rumored to be the person that John Warren had murdered.
It said my full name in and then it said my name again. And I'm not sure if it was just recognizing that I had the same last name as Sarah, or if it needed to address me directly about something, because after it said my name the second time, it said aggressive one, and then eventually it said I'm a person. So I started asking about David, because I couldn't shake the feeling that there was another David, and it ended up saying there's more than one here. So that confirmed for me what I was feeling downstairs in the parlor.
It also said the name Sarah and referred to her as a criminal, which makes sense because she supposedly poisoned her husband. Then it started talking about the doctors, which made us wonder maybe there was malpractice involved. We're not completely sure though.
It even referenced this place being a photography studio. The word photo shoot came through the portal. Though it was a really quick portal session, it was very intelligent in regards to the history of the house.
We decided to conduct one last Estes session in the room that had access to the attic, where John Warren was said to reside.
What we uncovered during this last Estes session felt like the key that we needed in order to understand what happened to us earlier that evening. And it was an unsettling connection that we didn't anticipate.
Is there anyone here with us right now that would like to speak?
Mistaken?
What was mistaken?
Were they mistaken about who killed the neighbor?
Me?
Can you tell us your name?
The guy is there?
Did you hear a voice?
Yeah, I did. Go from this room?
Yeah. Is there someone in the room behind us?
Were you?
I'm in charge. That was very loud and demanding.
Oh.
It was a man.
Okay.
Is that the man we heard in the other room?
Well, we need to know how we should
Confused.
need to know how we should address you. The man in charge.
Forever.
What's your name?
Throw it.
Can you throw the doll?
Who throws all the dolls around?
Sarah.
Oh, hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hear that?
Oh, yeah. Was that you? That made that noise?
Got you. It sounded like something moved.
Yeah.
They're spending time with us. That was really clear.
We are.
We want to know more about you.
Worried about them.
Why? What should we be worried about?
One. It said Dave.
Who is Dave? Are you talking about the man who used to live here, or is Dave someone else?
Ending.
I feel very uncomfortable.
We're fighting.
What was that?
Guns.
I think she moved her foot.
Okay. Guns.
Guns again.
Who was it about the...
Was it like Old West at some
Yeah.
point?
Tell us about the guns. I just heard something beep.
Yeah, what was that?
This. Did it stop recording?
Yes.
Why?
Press the record button, it might be running out of time.
Wonderful life.
It's recording now.
There's guns.
How the fuck did it stop?
That's weird.
It's recording, right?
I think so.
Come get something.
Did you press the record button and stop
Kicked him.
recording? Do you not like to be on
One
camera?
slave.
Can you tell us about that? I want to know about the man who lived up there.
I know a lot.
Tell us.
He's committed.
Committed to what?
In the attic.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know that there's a doll up there that is for him.
I want to see it so bad, but I can't get up there. Could you send it down for me?
It's too dangerous. The ladder is not good now. It's been a long
Look
time.
out. He's in town.
Who's in town?
Jesse James. He came here, apparently, under aliases.
And Houdini. Wasn't it Houdini?
I remember.
Tell us what you remember. We're here to learn more about you.
Something 20.
I always say Christina
just
was
a
in his
man.
20s, but
You're just a man?
Are you in your 20s?
The story fit.
What story?
I was framed.
Wonder if
You
he's
know
in his
me.
20s.
What's his name? Is your name John? Did they frame you?
What did you get framed for?
The train is kind of scary. Sounds loud.
Believe him.
We would like to believe you. Can you share your story? All we know is what these people who framed you told us.
So now's the time to tell us so we can set the story straight.
Death.
I'm sorry about that.
It must be hard.
What did they do to you? Sorry if I'm making you relive something
It's
traumatic.
just a demon.
Oh.
We don't like that word. Let's not use it.
We're here to talk to John.
We won't continue talking if you say words
There's
like that.
two.
To what?
Almost.
What is there two of? Are you talking about David?
This is great for him. We're picking on them. Come.
Who are you picking on?
Something you tonight.
Are we safe here?
Do you two want to be
Want to be what?
a trio?
We are a trio. But you stay here.
Can you tell us?
Don't leave.
Can you tell us about the man outside? Who was it that we saw outside?
3.
Are you talking about the three of us?
3
If she says a woman.
people.
3 people?
Yeah, there's three of us.
Yeah.
Can you tell me us? How many of you there are?
In prayer. That was very clear.
Are you religious? Can you tell us about your religion?
I'm enslaved.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He didn't do it. That was a woman.
No.
Who helped him? That sounded like a really concerned guy.
Can you tell us what happened to the neighbor?
What happened to Adelaine? I think that's her name.
Fight for my life.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is this Adelaine?
Help us to find out who was the person that actually hurt you.
We're really sorry to hear about what
Tourist.
happened. Was it a tourist that did it? Did they come on the train? Yeah, it's really odd, is it? All these axe murders jumping train to train, like, what is with
Was
that?
this an ex thing?
Yeah.
Who wants just something?
It was like,
It's asked it 3 times, but it's not finishing its sentence. It's who wants to, and then
Who wants to what?
doesn't look good.
well, it doesn't look good that this is a train town. There was another axe murder. No, it doesn't.
What's his name? Because I'm not something. Experiments.
Did they do experiments here?
Hunt.
Tell us about
Downward.
Tell us about the experiments.
I just saw a light in the closet. Great. Who's in the closet?
Can you light up the candle in the closet?
That's him.
That's who? In the closet?
Who's in the closet?
I see you.
I
Oh,
saw you
shit.
too. So who are you?
More people.
I got chills, man.
I literally like the whole closet lit up.
Justin.
His name is right over there by the closet.
It is.
voices.
I'm too, but I'm not sure if it's.
And I just saw something in the attic.
Did you? I thought I
It said black one.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
Is there someone in the attic? Is that you, John?
Thank you for making that
freaking out.
noise.
I thought I heard shuffling and then I saw something in the attic.
I
Something's
can't.
in
I'm
the
not even
closet.
looking up there. I'm getting freaked out a little bit.
Third one.
I don't like all this shit about threes.
Hell something. He's dead. For 25 something.
Can you tell us who you're referring to? That just
Turn
shut
it
off
off
again. Is it
Go
only
to sleep.
Is it only allowed on for a certain amount of time?
I'll wait.
I don't know. I don't have this. Like, I've never had an Android before. But my phone also shut off in there, and mine doesn't shut off. I can record and record and record, so I don't know. Maybe they don't like to be on camera.
I'm safe. I'm gonna have a good hell of a night, it said.
Oh, great.
That was so clear.
Well, not with us, because you're gonna let us sleep, right?
We have power.
We
Tonight.
have more power. So.
Oh.
Did someone touch you?
Yep. What touched me? Right there.
So it's literally standing right here. That's what you're saying.
Yep.
Who was that? Who touched Rhonda?
Standing.
Where are you standing? Are you standing right here? Are you standing right between us? Because that's really close, and that's you need to.
We
move.
help.
It doesn't sound very helpful to me.
I didn't like
It
that.
said Dave again.
Okay, well, we keep hearing Dave, so who is that? Who's Dave?
Did you sleep?
No,
No.
not yet. Are you
Did
gonna,
you?
Our friends something.
Are you gonna let us sleep?
Can I ask you a question? Do you ever sleep?
Hell.
That's a great answer to that.
Do you ever sleep?
New one. This depends.
On what?
I own half the place. The reality of...
You like to start sentences and not finish them.
Yeah, what's with that?
We're the same in the flesh like you.
We're alive. You know that, right?
But we're dead.
You are. And I'm sorry about that.
Do you understand?
We do. That's
Yes.
why we're here. Do you understand what that means? What's it like to be dead?
It's different.
How?
Please pray. Hiding.
Hiding
Do you believe me?
We don't
I
pray,
can't tell you.
but we believe you. It's a different world now. People don't pray like they used to. Some people do. But it's very different.
Can you tell us what
There's sadness.
Why is there sadness? Do you mean about death?
Do you miss your family? Are you able to see your family that have already passed on?
He's something out.
Are you with your loved ones?
Went to Gabriel.
That's an angel, isn't it?
Pray. Prayed from
Did you pray to Gabriel?
Gabriel.
Are you telling me that Gabriel is real?
That will be interesting.
What
I
is
feel really sad all of a sudden.
Are you making Rhonda sad? Pretty sure Gabriel's an archangel.
Save you.
So that was all very weird.
Who were you
I'm
trying to
dead.
save? I'm sorry. Can you tell us what happened to you?
Feel better.
You just said you're sad.
Father, salvation.
Very religious. Do you have any messages for us?
No, this is right there.
Do you just like having someone to talk to?
Wonderful.
Are you lonely? I feel sad.
Yeah.
I really am going to start crying, I think.
It's okay.
No.
Is Rhonda feeling your sadness?
Pretty and free with the...
Are you free? Are you sad?
Follow you.
No. Not at all.
You cannot come home with us. This is your home. Dead or alive, this is your home. This is where you stay.
We're protected by...
This house will protect you, not us. You can't come with us.
archangels.
I was just saying them.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Gabriel?
Do you have any last words you'd like to say before we pull Paige out?
Indeed.
Okay, tell us. I know I'm bawling, I just feel sad.
Yeah, you must be feeling their energy. Obviously, they're not very happy about the fact that they're dead.
That Estes session really affected me. We were hearing voices and noises coming up from the attic. And then out of nowhere, I broke down crying, and I don't know why. I just couldn't stop crying.
What really stood out to me upon review was the mention of someone being framed. And a lot of people don't believe that John Warren actually committed the murder of Adelaine Duren. His testimony was a little strange. So to hear that, it made me question everything I knew about the case. There was also a lot of religious stuff, and it was really fascinating to watch how the whole conversation unfolded.
We ended up sitting there for a while, reflecting on everything that happened to us that night. It eventually led us to a theory of who we may have seen outside that night.
The pieces really just seemed to fit together in a way that made the whole situation more unsettling. I'm drained.
So am I.
I totally am. I'm even more drained now because you know how you feel tired after you cry?
Yeah, this place is crazy.
This is
fucked.
It's weird.
I don't even know what to think of it.
Really, really weird.
We had a bunch of poltergeist activity at the beginning of the night during a tour, and then when we were setting up, and now
Do you
it's like,
think, though, part of that could be because of him?
Yeah, and you might amp
Possibly.
up activity.
It might
Yeah.
be trying to get his attention.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that shadow man outside. Didn't need him here for that.
It was the scariest thing. It was scary because we thought it was real, a real person.
Dude,
Yeah.
it looked real.
It looked real.
It
Part
had
of
like
us saw it.
features to it.
Boots. Some sort of trench coat. I think a hood. I don't know. Really
It was
weird.
Messed up. I can't believe all of us saw that. Well,
I was staring at it like this man is suspicious.
yeah, we're just wondering why someone's out walking this late
Yeah.
by themselves.
Like,
Oh no.
On the lawn that we're on.
Yeah,
They
like
go right
why are
into
they
the
out
house.
alone?
Yeah.
And then they weren't actually there.
They did it, of course. I'm sure
You
he's
know
in here
what?
alone.
I just thought of something.
What?
if he was the person who did it,
Maybe that's him coming home.
That's him coming home. Because they said he came home after and went up.
Oh. Because it was across the street.
It was right next door.
Yeah.
They basically had to, like a bunch of them came in.
Do you know what time it took place at?
In the middle of the night. Well,
because
it was at night because Mary went out to some event and then came home and found, I think her name's Adelaine. Her mother.
I just heard something about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was like 11 p.m. I don't think.
I don't know, but something tells me
it was like 11
It
p.m.
was like, yeah, we started
10
around
after
11, 12-ish.
It was 10 after 12.
That, you're right.
It was 10 after
It
12.
could have been. It could be residual of him. Maybe he did it.
I don't know. My feeling is that he probably didn't.
I wonder why he's stuck on a loop then if it is him.
Living his last moment before.
Well, they killed him the next day.
No, but they didn't. They just like had to get.
But they know that like he came home.
Yeah.
Because it's noted that he came home.
Mm-hmm.
And he went
up
to bed. So
and then they hung him the next day.
Maybe he's just.
Yeah, someone's in the attic. No fucking joke.
Maybe he's just really reliving
his
like,
worst day.
The
cat ball.
We're not taping it.
We're not. Dude, did we just like figure it out?
Somebody tape this.
Let's go on now.
I have full body chills.
Is that the first time that went off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the man outside, John Warren. Are you reliving your last night on a loop?
If that's correct, can you light up one of the cat balls?
That's the only equipment app.
Wow.
It's the first time we got any sort of
confirmation,
any sort of equipment to work at all.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Before we show you our last session, we have 2 more stops on this trip. One being the Villisca Axe Murder House, and then the next one is the Sally House. Tara and I thought it would be fun to flip a coin to see who would do which alone challenge at what house. And after we created the challenge, we decided that the Villisca Axe Murder House has the scarier challenge. So whoever loses the coin flip and calls it wrong has to do the alone session at the Villisca Axe Murder House. And whoever wins is going to the Sally House.
Okay, you ready? Heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads. You get Villisca. I get Sally. You get
You an American coin? That's why.
No.
Betrayed me because I'm Canadian.
That's your story and you're sticking to it.
Well,
all right.
I guess I'm going to Villisca.
Is there anybody here with us?
Good.
Can you make a noise?
Clowns start playing. Why do we think we're sleeping?
We're fucking idiots. This is genuinely one of the scariest houses I've ever been in.
It really is. You said you guys were hearing voices during my answers?
Yeah, I was hearing them right now. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
I can't do this 2 more times.
2 times. It's okay, we have a break tomorrow.
Yeah, and then we don't have any more.
Are you done ghost hunting? Have you quit?
I don't know yet. I'll let you know.
Is it just too much for you?
I'll let you know. I've got 2 more nights of this shit. I'm just trying to make it to daylight right now. Fuck sleeping at haunted places.
Laying here. My heart's like going for no reason.
You're in a chamber surrounded by things.
Yeah, I'm usually keen to sleep alone now. Not in this place.
I don't sleep alone.
I think all of us will remember what we experienced at the Garnett House for years to come.
After all the years of investigating, this place still gave me a shock. The energy was like nothing I had ever experienced before.
Having that collective experience outside at the very beginning of the investigation really shook us up. And I was really surprised that nothing else fell for the rest of the night. I was fully expecting more of that chaotic activity to happen, just solely based on what happened within the first 30 minutes of being there. Instead, it felt like the house calmed down for us, and it really allowed us to focus in and make the connections that we did.
And I'm sure there are still secrets that lie within those walls, waiting to be discovered.
I don't get scared, but the Garnet House scared the absolute shit out of me. Justin, you got one hell of a spot, buddy.